Alright, what's up guys? So in today's video we'll be talking about Squirrel Girl. We're finally back in the new year with a content creator program video. The last one we did was Silver Surfer, which was like forever ago, man. I love doing these videos, they're so much fun. So yeah, we got Squirrel Girl, the first champion of 2020. I was about to say 2019. So yeah, we got some really sick gameplay. I think I really got her rotation down at first. I was super underwhelmed, but once I figured out kind of like the key strategy to playing her, at least what I think to be the key strategy to playing her, I fell in love. And the damage output is pretty astounding as a rank 3 5-star. So real quick, let's talk about the base stats. Here we go. The only low stat in here really that calls out to me is the block proficiency under 50%. Let's compare that real quick to like Stealth Spidey. Let's see what his is, because his is bad. So Stealth Spidey's is 55. Yeah, so hers is lower than that. But if you have Tippy on you, which is the name of her squirrel, you get block proficiency, so that kind of makes up for it. So real quick, let's talk about her abilities. So basically how Squirrel Girl works is it's all about the combo. Now, it's basically like you use your combo as a currency to buy damage, and to pretty much play her properly, you need to use your combo as a currency to play her. So the Awaken ability is pretty important because you start with 40 hits right off the bat. It's really nice. And then as you put more 6 stones into Squirrel Girl, this part of it will scale. So when Tippy Toe inflicts an instant bleed, each bleed debuff has a 70% chance to refresh instead of being removed. Now this is very important if you want to get off her crazy damage output. But without the Awaken ability being at a super high sig level, you can use the L3 instead to kind of do this. But we'll talk about that once we talk about the rotation. So Tippy Toe, Squirrel Girl starts each fight with her squirrel sidekick Tippy Toe already attached to her. And so now the squirrel can be on you or the opponent, and the attachment of the squirrel is not affected by ability accuracy, so you can't bypass this, or a domino can't make the ability fail to apply or something like that, which I like. So when Tippy Toe is on Squirrel Girl, when attacking when attaching, so when she gets on you, purify all non-damaging debuffs on Squirrel Girl. So this is, if it was a damaging debuffs too, this would be insane, but non-damaging debuffs, that's okay. But gain 1300 block proficiency, so I'm not sure what that is as a percentage. I'm not sure what that takes up her base percent too, but that's pretty good. I'm pretty sure that's pretty decent, because her block proficiency feels pretty good when the squirrel's on you. One thing to note, there is a synergy with Dr. Doom. There's like, it's with MODOK, Mordo, and Thanos here, but like Dr. Doom's the one you're realistically going to be using out of here, which it makes Doom's aura last a little bit longer. But for Squirrel Girl, when Tippy Toe would purify all non-damaging debuffs on Squirrel Girl, also purify 1 damaging debuff. This can only be used once per fight. This is actually really nice because this can get rid of the poison debuff from suicides, which is, it can make Squirrel Girl actually pretty good with suicides. So that's really good. Nice way to get rid of some suicide debuffs, but you can only do it once per fight, keep that in mind. So when Tippy Toe is on the opponent, so while attached, inflict an injury debuff. Hitting an injured opponent bypasses 100% of their physical resistances. So that's interesting. That's cool. Inflict a distraction debuff, preventing evasion and auto block abilities. This is, I haven't really tested this too much yet against evaders. I'm going to do that probably maybe in another video. But I just wish it also expanded to combat miss. Like similar to Stealth Spidey, his slow debuff, it can bypass evade, unstoppable, and miss. I wish Squirrel Girl's thing bypassed evade, auto block, and miss. Because then she could have been an invisible woman counter too. So it's unfortunate that it doesn't bypass miss. Because like if the squirrel was on the opponent, like you'd have an idea of where the opponent is, you know, like, it makes sense to me at least. But so while attaching, if 40 combo was consumed, so this is where I'm talking about how you use your combo as a currency. Inflict an instant bleed, dealing a burst of 871 direct damage for every bleed debuff on the opponent, removing all bleed debuffs. So this is how you get off the damage. This is really how you get off the damage from basically detonating bleeds on the opponent, the instant bleeds. So when I say bleed detonation or something like that, that's what I mean, instant bleeds. And so that's when you apply the Squirrel to the opponent if you have at least 40 combo hits. So having a high amount of combo hits is very important. So that's why starting with 40 from the Awakening ability is really nice. And when Tippy Toe inflicts instant bleed with the Awakening ability, you have a 70% chance for it to be these bleeds to be refreshed instead of them just being gone. And if you can keep triggering those bleeds to keep dealing damage, you can really stack it up, which we'll talk about when we get to the gameplay and the rotation. So on contact, a medium attack, Tippy inflicts a bleed debuff over 6 seconds. It doesn't really matter how much damage this bleed debuff does. It just matters that you're applying it onto the opponent, because then we can detonate it and get the real damage. So you definitely want to be running deep wounds if you can with this champion. I max deep wounds for this gameplay. This ability does not trigger during a well-timed block, but it does trigger through the block. So if you just hit the opponent on the block with a medium, you apply a bleed, which is really nice. So blocked hits can really, you might want to throw those into your rotation with Squirrel Girl. Personal bleed debuffs inflicted with a critical hit become a critical bleed, multiplying their potency by the critical damage multiplier and lasting for 12 seconds. So critical bleeds are awesome, man. And they last twice as long. Great. And then when making contact with a light attack, Squirrel Girl gains an additional hit in her combo meter. So this means that in a normal combo, in a normal 5-hit combo, you do a medium, 3 lights, a medium. For each one of those lights, you get an additional hit. So that would be, on a 5-hit combo, 8 hits. And also, this works through the block. So if you're hitting the opponent on the block with a light attack, you actually gain a combo hit, an additional number onto your combo, which is really nice. So blocked hits have some utility with her. Because like I said, the combo is very important, but it doesn't trigger on well-timed blocks, which shouldn't be too much of an issue. Because you're getting parried by the opponent, and they have masteries. That's not good. So on champion knockdown, this is how you apply the Squirrel. Whenever either champion is knocked down, Tippy attaches to that champion, applying various effects. Tippy attaches to the opponent for 15 seconds. When attaching to the opponent, consume up to 40 hits from Squirrel Girl's combo meter to activate Tippy's effects. When Squirrel Girl charges her heavy for 0.4 seconds, Tippy Toe attaches to her, applying various effects. And then, like I said, Tippy's attachment is not affected by ability accuracy. So if you want to get the Squirrel back on you, you just charge the heavy for 0.4 seconds. That's really quick too. But it's not too quick that you accidentally do it. It's like the perfect amount of time of charging, and it works pretty well after you parry, as long as the opponent doesn't have limber. And so heavy attacks also inflict a bleed. Now you're probably wondering, but every 40 hits, even with her regular combo and everything, it's kind of hard to get that many hits, right? To get a high hit count, if you have to keep using 40 for every time you want to apply the Squirrel to get those instant bleeds, right? But with the L3, Squirrel Girl gains 100 additional hits in her combo meter. That is so huge. The L3 is the key to playing her rotation, I think, and also really good for running suicides, because there's no recoil on special 3s. So the L3 also inflicts three bleed debuffs that last 20 seconds, which is great, man. And if Tippy inflicts an instant bleed with this attack, there is a 30% chance for each bleed debuff to be refreshed instead of being removed. So if you're max sig, the L3 actually has a 100% chance to reapply all the bleeds, because you gain 70 from the sig ability and 30 from the L3. So the L3, man, is just so good and so important to her rotation, I find. And you get off some crazy damage. With the special 2, each hit that makes contact inflicts a bleed debuff, dealing 268 direct damage over 6 seconds. This ability does not trigger during a well-timed block, but I guess that means that if the opponent blocks your L2, you would still apply the bleeds. I haven't tested that, but that's what it sounds like. And all personal bleed debuffs on the opponent are paused during this attack, which is nice. And then the L1 inflict a distraction debuff, preventing evade and auto block abilities. The last hit increases Squirrel Girl's combo meter by 10 hits, which is nice, but the real utility on the L1 is this part right here. Squirrel Girl gains 1 combo shield buff lasting indefinitely. When struck, the combo shield buff is lost after 2 seconds instead of the combo meter resetting. So it's a very good idea to start the fight off with a special 1, just to get this combo shield buff in case you mess up and you don't sacrifice your entire combo. So yeah, the L1 has some utility to get the combo shield, but once you have it, I don't really suggest keep using L1s unless there's some auto block or evade you're trying to bypass. But yeah, that's pretty much her abilities. Hopefully you guys kind of understood it, but it'll make a lot more sense when you see the gameplay, and we'll talk about her rotation. So let's get into that. Alright guys, so we're back with some gameplay. We're going to jump into Realm of Legends, you know, the Winter Soldier dummy testing bag, just to so I can really show the rotation here. So I'm not sure how long I actually have Squirrel Girl for, but if there's any other videos that you guys want to see with her, go ahead, let me know, leave them down below in the comments, any suggestions. So pretty much with her rotation, how you get off the most damage output, I find, is to keep getting the instant bleeds, keep detonating the bleeds. And you can reapply them. So right there, boom, we drop a heavy attack, and just notice the number in red when we apply the instant bleeds. So what I like to do is go for L3s to get 100 hits, and that's like 2.5 more bleed detonations, right? So I'm going to keep trying to go for that. Right here, since we didn't have Tippy on the opponent, the L3 applies it, so we're going to do some instant bleed. So keep an eye out for the number in red that we're going to do here. And I know the combo meter is kind of skewed, but we'll see at the end what the true combo is. So boom, that was 16,000 damage right there for those instant bleeds. So I'm going to keep trying to get as many bleeds off as possible. Right here, I call Tippy back and then reapply the bleeds again. Boom, do it again here. Boom, that was 24,000 damage right there, dude. Get a little reparry going right there. Squirrel Girl is great for the reparries if you don't want the opponent to throw a special. If you have a lot of bleeds up, you want to get the detonation off. So yeah, we're back over 40 hits. Do I go for heavy attack? Yeah, right here. Boom. Apply that again. Boom. That was 24,000 damage right there. Boom. Look at that. That's so much damage. This is a rank 3 5-star champion, man. We're getting some great damage numbers right now. So I go ahead and drop the L3 here. I didn't have Tippy on me, so I don't think we're going to apply any instant bleeds here. But we are going to get another 100 hits on the combo meter. So again, that's 2.5 more detonations. So we can just keep getting off that damage output. We keep on refreshing the bleeds. We have 19 bleeds on the opponent right now, which is crazy. Our regular damage output's not too crazy, but it's fine, dude. The bleed damage is what's really nutty. Get it, nutty, because squirrels. So right there, boom, that was 19,000. We have 80 combo sets, 2 more detonations. Gonna try to apply a couple more bleeds here. We're at 14 bleeds. Just need to get off a parry. Boom, get off a parry. I think that was like 23k or something like that. Right here, hit a reparry, charge Tippy, drop it, boom, 22k. So yeah, that's pretty much the rotation. She's very simple to play, very fluent to play, I find. The animations are really nice. She just has a good feel to playing her. So yeah, L3s, and then charge a heavy, recall Tippy, reapply Tippy, keep getting the instant bleeds. You're definitely going to want to have her at a decently high sig to keep reapplying, keep refreshing the bleeds, because if you can keep the bleeds up, then you can keep detonating them, and the damage just keeps on stacking up. And guys, keep in mind, this is the damage output of a rank 3 5-star champion. That was a 28k bleed detonation right there. Let's see this one, 24,000 on that one. 22,000 on that one. It's so nutty, dude. Nutty is the perfect word to describe this kind of damage. Right here, I was just going for heavy to apply some bleeds. I think I go for an L2 here. Do I? And yeah, so this will transfer Tippy because we knock him down. And I think this last one does 37,000 bleed detonation damage. 37,000 damage. Again, rank 3 5-star champion. Depending on how this scales to rank 4 and rank 5 as a 5-star, Squirrel Girl could have potentially some of the best bleed damage output in the game. Like I said, when I first played her, I was really disappointed because I didn't have the rotation down. Once I figured this rotation out, I was like, wow, this is blowing my mind how good this is. This was 122 hits from a rank 3 5-star. I'm pretty sure that's the true combo. And nutty. That's the best word to describe it, is nuts. Wow, some really phenomenal bleed detonation damage there. Let me know what you guys think of Squirrel Girl. I am genuinely impressed. Maybe I'll go for her. I don't know, man. Since I can't get Nick Fury, you know, she'd be a good bleeder to add to the roster. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Once again, this was a content creator program video, so Squirrel Girl will be removed from my account pretty soon. But if there's any other videos you guys want to see me make with her, go ahead and drop them down below. Give me some ideas. And yeah, subscribe if you'd like to see more content. Check out the comment below. Let me know your thoughts. I try to read them all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.